Good afternoon, all. Perfect. Bit louder. Good afternoon. Yeah, that's like a real energy. I think everybody has taken the lunch. Thank you very much. My name is Amit Dabhane. Today, it is my honor to stand before you to present my topic, AI-powered cybersecurity. Over the next 40 minutes, I assure you that this presentation would be both interesting and prolific. So let's dive in. Okay, to set a stage, let's understand the fundamental definitions and these technologies. So artificial intelligence is the technology which enable machine to learn and perform the task where human intelligence is required. I think you must be aware about that. So when you speak to your Alexa or Siri, it recognizes your voice, it processes your commands and execute it without any human intervention. That's artificial intelligence. Just imagine your shopping applications, those understand your patterns based on your preferences and liking. It create a tailored item just for you. That is yet another example of artificial intelligence helping us to make our life easier. Now, next is generative AI. Generative AI is nothing but is a subset of artificial intelligence. It's a step ahead. So, generative AI understand vast amount of data and read that and create the pattern, and it enables to create a new content. So that is the difference between generative AI and artificial intelligence. So generative AI helps to create a new content that could be videos, images, or any written content, or any actionable task as well. So now we know that AI and generative AI is making waves in all the field, all the sectors, not only technology. So it has entered or expanded into multiple domains from healthcare to automotive. Just imagine, our radiologist in the hospitals. They are using artificial intelligence to read and interpret the report of scans, CT scan, and our sonographies. So that helps to build a collaboration between humans and the machines to avoid any human errors. Recently, I remember I renewed my car insurance where I was given a login for scheduled time, and I was requested to upload the videos of my car from the four sites. After uploading the video of my car, the generative AI at insurance company has immediately started acting and understand the pattern and given the decision to provide the insurance or not, approve or not. I think that is example of another generative AI. Okay, now we are going to discuss today how generative AI is helping us in cybersecurity. So we are going to concentrate only on cybersecurity, how we can leverage artificial intelligence or generative AI in cybersecurity. Just imagine within the cybersecurity, we are fortifying our cybersecurity tools using the generative AI and making our defenses stronger to avoid the attackers to get into our infrastructure. Yeah, so what I believe, the true power of generative AI or artificial intelligence lies not to replace human expertise, rather it augment them. So similarly, within the cybersecurity, our cybersecurity analysts, they are bombarded with many alerts on their screen, multiple screens. So where the generative AI helps them to take a mundane task where cybersecurity analysts can focus on strategic thinking and problem solving tasks. Those would be more critical alerts and high priority alerts, where the mundane tasks would be taken care by generative AI. So that's machine. Okay, now let's have some conversation between you and me. So I'll share some scans here. Okay, you can get your mobiles on now. Okay, looks like. Yeah, I need help. This should be presented on the screen. PPT को stop करो. Yeah, you can just switch on your mobile and just scan that. Yeah, so I can see 11%, 12, 13, 14 guys. Come on, scan, because this side will go away. You got 52, 57, perfect. 63, 70. I think 70, 74. Do we really have strength of 85 here? Okay, let's move on. Okay, now इसके बाद नहीं PPT आना. Okay, answer the questions on your mobile. We can see a live responses from the participants. So, do you think AI will change the way we live and work in next 5 to 10 years? So 96% people are saying, so yes, it will change our life and the work, how we are doing today. Okay, but there are 4% guys, they are saying no. That's interesting. And again, 2% are saying not sure. Okay. So we'll go with the majority. So next question, can you see on your screen? If you had a personal AI robot assistant, what task you would like to outsource or assign at your work or home? Okay, there are many interesting responses. Somebody would like to outsource cleaning, that's interesting. Washing the clothes, calendar, automation, my coding, tasks, evening, wash dishes, happily, household, repetitive tasks. Ah, so cooking and cleaning is on the topmost. So everybody is fed up of cooking and cleaning. So that's good. So next time, maybe if you see get a robot, he would able to help you in the cooking and cleaning. So again, cooking and cleaning remains on the top. That's interesting. Thank you very much. So we'll move on. Yeah, scan another code, which will give you another two questions. 16, 24, 35, 38, 52. 73, 78, 83, bit fast because even I'm given a limited slots, we need to rush. Okay, 91. So I'll move on to our question. Okay, can you see a question on your mobile? Say unknown person sends you email at your work with a screensaver, say file, he or she would say definitely would love. What would be your next corrective action? Okay, this was to understand your security awareness. So most of our participants are saying 94% they would call IT and report that this is a phishing or spam email. I think that is a correct answer, and you are doing the right thing when it comes to cybersecurity. However, interestingly, there are few friends, they would like to also enjoy this one too with their friends. That's interesting. Forward this message to other friends so that they also get corrupted or they get attacked by cyber. That's interesting. Okay, so let's move on. Just read the next question on your screen. Which of the following benefits is not associated with AI-powered cybersecurity? Okay, right. So these are other, out of these four, three are correct answers. I mean to say these are the advantages of using AI in cybersecurity, and fourth one is not a benefit. So I think, yes, you got a good understanding in terms of AI on how that can be used in cybersecurity. So correct answer is, this is not a advantage of AI using in cybersecurity. Rest others are like improved incident response, enhanced threat detection, and reduce the false positive. So anyways, we are going to see these benefits and how those benefits can be leveraged using AI into our cybersecurity. Perfect, thank you. So I'll switch back to presentation. Okay, so right. So your thoughts and industry standards thoughts are matching. According to the latest McKinsey global report says that 65% of respondents, they are already using artificial intelligence in their environment. And that number has been doubled just into 8 months. So just see how AI is expanding into our market in the technology as well as in our life. Similarly, I just taken the snapshot related to cybersecurity, how the cybersecurity are leveraging AI. So 40% of organizations, they already started using the AI in cybersecurity. And rest other 60%, they have planned to get that AI implemented into cybersecurity to enhance their efficiency. Perfect. Now, let us see how, after deploying AI into cybersecurity, what benefits they really are getting. So according to latest report, says 30% of threat detection helping them to get those threats detected much faster, that is 30%. An AI-powered cybersecurity solution can reduce 30% false positive. I think you guys understand what is false positive. It's a false alarm which cybersecurity analysts get on their screen, which they need to ignore. However, this AI-powered cybersecurity solution is helping them to just avoid those false positive. Just imagine the efficiency, that has been increased. And also, the last digit says that 50% of the incident response time has been reduced to 50%. So that's really helping AI into cybersecurity to enhance the efficiency and fortify our cybersecurity tools. Now let us see what is the way forward. So collaboration between Gen AI and cybersecurity, 66% of organizations believe that AI and cybersecurity has their high priority. So just imagine how rapidly AI would be deployed in cybersecurity to leverage their power. Okay, so this slide is heart of my presentation now. These are the area where generative AI can be used in cybersecurity. These are few areas. Along with that, there are multiple areas, but due to constraint of space, I just captured here the top cybersecurity area where we can leverage. We are leveraging rather these AI-powered cybersecurity tools or technologies. So based on our traditional tools, they run on the data that has been given to them. But however, AI-powered cybersecurity tools, they review the vast amount of data, identify the patterns, and they are efficient to detect the threat well in advance. Not only that, after detecting the threat, they are capable to respond. They are capable to respond to that particular vulnerability or threat to mitigate. So AI makes detection of malware and threat much higher. And not only detection, but response. So see the beauty. Equally, role of AI in email security is important. Sorry. Just imagine if you are getting an email or you are getting the email from your appearing like, you see that, this looks like your vendor or your partner. But what if somebody is drafting that email intentionally to steal your data or attack your organization? So that is where the powered AI cybersecurity email filtering comes in the picture, which learns from the previous attack. And also it coordinates or understands correlation between sender and receiver. If sender has multiple communication with receiver, it understands that this is a legitimate traffic or legitimate email. However, if that email contain any malicious URL or attachment, AI-powered cyber tool can evaluate that and it can mitigate and quarantine that email before it reaches to the end user's inbox. Next one is security operations. So just imagine if you are cybersecurity analyst, maybe that they have multiple screens on their table and there are multiple alerts getting on each second. So thousands, millions of alerts on their screen. So that really makes them tedious and hectic. So due to that, it is called alert fatigue. Due to the alert fatigue, there are high chances that critical alert may be eluded from their eyes. So that is where our automated cybersecurity along with Gen AI or powered by artificial intelligence can play a role of evaluating those alerts and prioritizing them, and not only prioritizing but detecting and mitigating and getting the corrective action, blocking those IOCs on the relevant tools. So next one is deception. The problem here in the cybersecurity is that we don't know who is on the other side of battle. We don't know who is attacker. So deception is a technology which enables us to understand the attackers' techniques and tactics and the procedures. So deception creates a similar replica of your real asset to the decoy. It has a capability to generate or deploy dynamic decoys that really looks like your original asset. So attacker get distracted away from your real asset and it start attacking the decoy, but decoy does not have any valuable data. But we as a cybersecurity professional can understand what tactics and the techniques and procedures the attackers are using. Understanding that, we can take a corrective action to block those IOCs, get our infrastructure protected well in advance before the attackers start attack on your infrastructure. So these are few areas of cybersecurity. Again, the password protection. Our previous password protection methods are more rigid and tedious. So we need to change password on each portal. However, the AI-powered password policies help us to manage those passwords. So AI-powered vault management enables you or cybersecurity team for their users to generate and maintain and retrieval of those passwords based on the username and password. So no users do not need to remember their password. Moreover, those passwords are more protected. Right, so let's move on. So these are the few use cases which we'll see in the next slides. So in the theme, generative AI makes cybersecurity more robust, efficient, and adaptive. So this is the life cycle of our endpoint protection. You must be knowing that initial days when the laptops or desktop, those were more in the silo environment, standalone. However, once we purchase a new laptop or desktop initially in 90s, maybe 2000, that once antivirus is deployed, no signature was updated. However, the next version of antivirus, that is next generation antivirus, had a feature to release the signature or update frequently. So gap which was into antivirus has been mitigated by next generation antivirus. However, from last 2 decades, our laptops, endpoints are getting connected to internet. So that really, gives more exposure to ever evolving the landscape of threat. So lot many attacks are happening in internet. So that really makes our endpoints more vulnerable. So endpoint protection platform helps to get connected to endpoints, and endpoints can connect to their servers, and patches were deployed on endpoints. However, in that particular process, only detection is not sufficient. It requires some response. We need to take a corrective action. That is where the EDR comes, endpoint detection and response. So this particular EDR technology can understand the threat, it detect the threat, and it also leverage the power of AI to respond quickly. Just imagine within the cybersecurity, few seconds, few milliseconds are more important. That is just difference between a single machine get infected and full-blown incident into your across the organization. So response time is equally important. That is where EDR comes in a picture to, to close the gap. Those were earlier into endpoint protection platform. So how generative AI helps into cybersecurity? This is the most important use case where EDR, like threat, malware detection and respond, it has majorly three components: your endpoints, AI-generated EDR engine, and your dashboard. Of course, there would be cybersecurity analyst who would be connecting to EDR portal. So on the left-hand side, you can see there are endpoint asset like your laptops, desktops, your servers, mobiles. Those are more vulnerable. So within the EDR, there need to be an agent, and that agent is very lightweighted. Why it is called lightweighted agent? Because it consumes the less CPU and memory of your laptops, rather endpoints. So that is why it is called lightweighted. It consumes the less power but gives a larger protection. Earlier version of antivirus, well, they were more limited to given rather known database of your signature. However, EDR is the next version which help us to detect and respond. So major brain here is generative AI EDR, which has a beauty of creating detection and mitigation use cases rapidly. As soon as it understands that threat has been detected, it initiates the response quickly within the milliseconds. So it has a beauty of creating detection and response use cases instantly. And EDR dashboard is an inbuilt portal which helps our cybersecurity analyst to host management. It can add or delete the host within the EDR. Those are within our scope. So based on that, cybersecurity analysts can add EDR agents on our security posture. In some cases, like if any client has that particular SIEM solution, those logs can be forwarded to SIEM. SIEM is nothing but security incident and event management tool, which correlate all your logs and gives you high priority alerts so that you can focus on high priority alerts to protect your organization, and you can skip the low priority alerts. So EDR gives lot many advantages like automatic decision on locally on endpoints. So endpoint or other EDR endpoints are so powerful using the AI, it can take a decision even that EDR get disconnected from your brain. That is generative AI powered EDR, which this usually get hosted into a cloud. So these are many benefits. Rather, I will go on to next slide. So next one is generative AI powered deception. This is my favorite technology, which helps us to understand what tactics and techniques and procedures that attacker is using. So this really keeps us, a step ahead of attacker. So deception is nothing but a technology which creates the replica of a real asset. So your real asset is being protected here, which gives a decoy, the fake data on the decoys. Attacker thinks that this is a real asset and keep attacking our fake asset. So in this particular cycle, the first step is to deploy this decoy. So based on a real asset, generative AI can dynamically deploy these decoys based on our real asset. And once those decoys are available on internet, attacker thinks that these are the real assets. It keep on attempting a breach. So generative AI keeps our attacker engaged to understand what tactics, techniques, and procedures they are using. And it also gives alert to our cybersecurity analysts. They can block those IOCs, indicator of compromise on our real asset, before getting an attack. Our complete assets are protected with a future attack. So this is real beauty of deception technology when it's collaborative to generative AI. Just-in-time deployment, scalable, visibility of potential attack well in advance. See the beauty. Real-time threat intelligence, and also it has capability to have automation with our backend cybersecurity tools like your EDR, like your SIM solution, SOAR. So it has inbuilt like inbuilt automation capability to block those IOC well in advance. So let's move on. And next important case study is AI-powered email security. So phishing attack is one of the topmost attack or challenge rather we are facing today. So 99% of attacks, those are being getting success because of email, where users are not aware to identify which email has malicious content. However, generative AI can help here well in advance to detect those malicious email. So imagine, you are getting the email from outside, but however that is malicious, where the pre-delivery protection kicks in even before your email get delivered to your inbox. Our cybersecurity tools are empowered to detect those malicious tools, and it can detect based on domain validation. Rather, if domain is being registered just before the 24 hours, there are high chances that domain belongs to the attacker. So high-end cybersecurity email tools nowadays are equipped with their intelligence to identify header forensic, originate IP address, and it gives a deep content analysis to understand the content of email, and before it get delivered, that email get flagged and also quarantine, so it does not get delivered to your end user. Rather, if end user can click on those malicious link, and malware or ransomware can be installed. However, before that, our pre-deployment protection gets kicked in. So battle does not stop there. So even if email get delivered into inbox, our AI-powered email security evaluate those email into the sandbox environment. So sandbox environment is a air gap network where those contents are evaluated against the suspicious content so that our production environment get protected from those threats. Not only that, when we send outbound email, it automatically encrypts our data to protect, that is DLP, data loss protection, to uphold the trust between your organization and your vendors or outside the world. So it has a capability to understand the sensitivity of your content when email goes outside. It automatically encrypts your email. And this is one step ahead, more advanced setup, AI-powered SOC, Security Operations Centers. So within our organizations, as I earlier mentioned, more vulnerables are our endpoints, our asset, laptop, desktop, servers, and of course our users. They are more vulnerable. The logs of those endpoints get collected and those forwarded into our tools, and these tools can forward logs to SIEM. SIEM is the brain of SOC, which is called Cyber Security Incident and Event Management. It gets all logs and do the analysis, and it identify the high priority alerts and allows our cybersecurity analyst to focus on those high priority alerts. So SOAR is the next version where gives you automation of those threats and alert, security operations, security orchestration, automation, and response. So SOAR help us to take a corrective action based on the playbooks those are being implemented. It helps us to understand the threat, identify that, and take a corrective action before that alert get highlighted to even our SOC analyst. So what I believe, we need to protect our asset with the help of generative AI, not only predict, but also respond. Again, my line is make AI to work for us rather than against us. So even attackers are using generative AI, but we need to step ahead to understand that and implement generative AI powered security in our environment. to make AI work for us, not against us. So these are the key takeaways. The organizations, those are willing to take a journey. They may be in between, they already implemented few solutions, as I already seen that. 40% of organizations, they are already deployed the solution, they must be in between. However, those who would like to start the journey, they need to start from assessing their asset, their landscape, where they can see the opportunity to deploy this particular solution. If already deployed, they need to see how they can prioritize more vulnerable asset within their organization. And once implemented, how they can ramp up to the next level. So this is a journey. And you must have seen the beauty of AI-powered cybersecurity. It helps to make, it works for us rather than against us. So it helps to fortify our cybersecurity tools and enhance our cybersecurity defense. Again, yeah, so this is my last slide. Again, this slide and picture of thank you is created by AI. So yeah, so we are end of this presentation. I hope I have completed within the time. So thank you very much.